So let's go back to my brand kit. So let me add Alana's logo here real quick. It's important, by the way, that the logo that you have or your client have a submark version or other or secondary version, so it can make your brand or your logo a little bit versatile for anything or anywhere. Even if you put it on a business card, in a website, on a graphics for Facebook post, making different variation of your logo will help you use it anywhere you want, right? So in this case, I'm just gonna use one for the sake of time. Oh, where's Alana? Oh, there you go. Okay. All right, so that's her logo. I would suggest, but she doesn't want to change this, but I would suggest, if I were to give her a suggestion, to create a submark version of this. So just maybe a circle with A and L on it, kind of like to have options in terms of her logo, right? So that's important. Okay, so next is your color palette. Now, going back to the mood board, let's say Alana likes this one better than everything else in the mood board. So I would go ahead and save this. All right, save that photo. And then I'm going to use this to pick all the colors for her brand. So I know that this is her purple is her main color that she likes. So it's good that the what do you call this? The lotus is actually purple. So that's perfect. So I'm gonna use this cool tool called coolers coolers.co. Okay. To generate the photo. All right, so just click start to generate. And then you can upload it here by clicking this camera button. It says create palette from photo. So click that and then upload. Drop the photo that you guys created or that your client have chosen there. So now you can pick and choose which color do you like from this photo. So let's say this one is perfect, and then I want to choose a lighter one. Okay, and then I want to choose another color similar to that. All right, and then all right, so typically you'll want to choose up to 3 colors and 1 to 2 neutral for your brand. So one of the colors will be your main color. So one of these 3 will be your main color. Let's say this is going to be what I like as a main color, and then the other 2, these 2, would be your what do you call this, accent,
Secondary and tertiary.
yeah, or accent colors, right? Yeah, and then the other 2 would be your neutral colors. The other colors that you can choose from for your neutral colors are white, black, gray, brown, ivory, silver, so on and so forth. So let's say you like this color combination, right? You'll hit next and then open in the generator. And then you'll see all the hex code here. You will just copy and paste this on Canva. So click the number and then click this to copy the hex code, and then go back to the brand kit and then click the color and then hit the new color and then copy paste the hex code here, and then there you can see the exact color that you have generated from coolers.co. So that's the idea. So let me do most of them here. All right. All right. So by the way, before we proceed, it is important to understand to keep this number and paste it on top of this color. Sorry, I just realized that it wasn't zoom in. So, all right. So make sure that you paste the hex code here. So the next, all right, yeah, there you go. So you can come back to this and use the exact same color in your graphics, as easy as that. So just copy and paste the hex code on the color palette, and then you'll get the exact color. Okay. So same goes with the other color. So let's say your client doesn't know, very indecisive, doesn't know which of the photos from the mood board that you have created for her uh, that she liked. She doesn't know which one she liked. So let's say she just said, okay, I don't know what I want, but I know I want purple, right? So it might be a challenge for some people to combine colors for color palette. So I have a great tool for that. It's called colorpalettes.net. This will give you a bunch of ideas of colors with its exact photo where the color come from, so you know exactly how it will look like on a picture. So these are actually amazing to have in case that you're running out of ideas for your client's color. Now, my client wants purple, so there's a bunch of color selection here at the top, so you can choose which color do you like to see more. So I'll click purple and see it auto-generated brand or color palettes that are purple. So see, there's a bunch of options here. They're all pretty, by the way. So this is an amazing tool to use in
You could
case you're running out of ideas.
you could probably use a few of these photos in ads, I'm
For
assuming.
exactly, yes.
Yeah, they're that nice, I'd say.
This is cool. Okay, so let's say this is the color that you feel like speaks to you, speaks to your client's brand, actually. So you'll just click the picture and then you'll get the hex code here. Just like with the coolers.co, you will just copy and paste the hex code from this page to your color palette. Let's say I decided to use this instead of the picture. All right. And, I think I should have copied and pasted the hex code here. Forgot that. All right. Okay, I'm just getting three colors from this color. Since I've decided to use gray and black as a neutral color for my client. So copy and paste this. I was actually gonna ask some of you guys to follow with me and do the graphic, the brand kit with me, but I think it's it's going to be chaos. So I'm just gonna do it myself. So let's say I want black for my neutral color. I want this black. How do I get the hex code for that? So if you chosen a color from this selection, um, you can see their hex color from here. So just copy and paste that here. All right. And then this color. I love this color for neutral. All right. Okay. So there I have created a color palette for my client. Um, so you can create different color palette actually for your client when you're creating this. So to give them an option, but this is basically what it looked like. Right, so three main colors or three, one or two, sorry, three colors.
Primaries, secondary, and tertiary accent colors. That's what
Yeah,
they're called.
there you go. There you go. All right, so next, font. Uh, what kind of font communicate the tone of your brand? Just like your brand's color or your fonts, you need to find a font that speaks more about your brand. So that fits what your client is looking at in terms of their branding. So, how do you find and choose text or fonts for your clients? So, one thing you have to remember, you need to find one for heading and one for body. So choose a basic, easy to read font that you can use anywhere. You can use on the website, on blog, on proposals, etc. So like serif and sans serif, those are good fonts to use or kind of fonts to use. Here on Canva, on the other hand, has a lot of options. So I would suggest just sticking here because there's a bunch of options here that you can use for your clients. So let's say you're looking for a heading, and then Canva will just give you options for heading. So if you click font and then you click the search button here, you'll see a bunch of suggestions at the top corner of the text option. So you see there's a handwriting for script, and then corporate, the corporate looking text if your client is more on a corporate side, display for a more fun looking text, and then heading. So I am just looking for headings. I don't know exactly what to find, so you can click this one, and then you'll get a bunch of heading text that you can use or choose from. So there's a bunch of things here, but I usually choose League Spartan only because it's bold, it's big, and it's good for a bunch of for headings when it's bolded. So I choose League Spartan. Let's say I will choose League Spartan for her. Make sure that you write that here. So I choose League Spartan, right? You click League Spartan. Make sure that you put the name of the font here. Okay, League Spartan. All right. And then for body, again, I'll do the same thing. I'll look for the paragraph is the body. This is where you'll find a bunch of samples or inspiration or things to choose from for your client's font for body. Okay, so there's a bunch of things here. Body usually actually are thin, but they are easy to read. So let's say, let's see, for this one, I chose Glacial Indifference, which I always choose. They are clean, they are thin, but they are easy to read. So let's say I'm gonna put that here, Glacial Indifference. Oh, sorry. Difference. All right. And then as you notice, this is good. The two texts are good. You are good to go. You can even add a script for, let's say this is a script text. Uh, all right, handwriting. So there's a bunch of script type of text here. This is good for accent, but for me, I've chosen two different heading and two different body text for my client only because that's just to give us options when we create designs. But if you notice, so I've chosen Now Bold and HK Gothic Light. But if you notice, they are not really different from each other. the look of each color fonts. They're not really different from each other. It's just it gives a different look, but it doesn't really change the whole look of the brand. If you know what I mean. So that's what I did on that one. So now bold, all right, and then this one is HK Gothic Light. Oops, I didn't mean to. HK Gothic Light. All right. So those are the fonts that I chose for this client. So that's basically it. That you can find a bunch of text here from Canva by just clicking that recommendation, and boom, you got a bunch of fonts that you can choose from for your client. All right. So next,
Are you using the free version of Canva or do you pay for the upgrade?
this is a pro Canva.
Okay, how
Yeah,
much?
because
What's the Meccano? How much?
What kind of? I don't remember exactly. I think 600 pesos per month.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I
All
should
right.
add a bunch of the nicer fonts are like there's a good selection for the free one, but if you get premium, there's like just the thousands upon thousands.
Right,
I
or
should.
you can just you can download um, some
That's true.
fonts
You
from the
can
internet and then
you.
upload it to you.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, awesome. So that's fun. Now the last part of the brand kit is elements. The additional elements are like the accessories of your brand and include things like photos, icons, patterns. So whatever you have added on your mood board that your client feels like speaks to her brand, you can use that here. And then you can add additional icons or patterns. I have a client named Chelsea. She likes to use gold metallic frame for her graphics, and then she also likes stripes, white and black stripes for her brand. So that are the good one of the good things that you can add in this section. So let's say my client likes actually I've decided to add Lotus to her brand. It's because I know, like I've said earlier, her brand revolves around energy healing and past life regression, and lotus actually is a symbol of purity and rebirth, so that is the perfect symbol for her brand. Actually, if I would recommend, I would actually create a new logo that has
The
lotus as
Lotus
the,
in it.
yeah, yeah, but she doesn't want to change her logo, but anyway. So that's that are the things that you have to keep in mind. So let's say for Alana, I like to add purple lotus. So let's say lotus here. So you don't have to go outside Canva to create all of the elements for your brand kit. Everything is available here, from the photos, from the icons, from the patterns that you want to use. And unless your client actually wants something very specific that Canva doesn't have, then you can upload that and put that here. But using Canva, I know some people underestimate the people who use Canva for their design because it's templated and all that. But actually, Canva is very convenient to use, and everything that you need is in here as a designer. If you design something outside Canva, you actually will do the same thing. You will look for inspiration for photos, you will look for icons, you will look for text that you want to use, and all of that are here. So it's easy to. So basically, you have the same process, but the only difference is Canva have everything that you need here ready for you to use, right? So yeah, I highly recommend using Canva for creating graphics and marketing pieces for your client. So let's say this one is good for my client, but it's not good for the picture. This
Oh, there's
one,
a bunch of them in a pro only though.
yeah. Um, okay, I think most of the VAs that we have here have access to my pro account, right? Freya, Sharon, Lyra, I think, and
Yes,
then
Miss Jen.
Ariel, and Laya, and Byron, and Diane. I'm not sure with Malin. I don't know if she has access to my. Oh, and Ira has. I'm not sure if
I
she
don't
does.
have. This is Lyra.
Oh,
I
Lyra.
don't have
Okay,
access. Yeah, yeah.
I will give you access to my pro account so you can
All
try
right.
all of this. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome. All right, so let's say this one is good for my business for my client because it has that ray of light. Remember the mood board that I showed you earlier, and then this one. Yeah, just pretty much filling it up with a bunch of this. All right, so let's say this is your client's brand. Um, you have to consider, for example, if your client is a blogger or she might like photos of a woman working at the desk. If your ideal client is a health coach, she might like seeing photos of healthy food. So those are the things that you can add in this section, right? So that's pretty much it. Very easy. Actually, at the bottom, don't forget to change this. Make sure that you change this from this color. You will use the main color that you use for your brand. So this one, and then at the bottom, you will add your client's website or your client's Facebook page or anything that you can add here that will help you identify her brand. So there you go. Okay. Okay. Right. So normally I wouldn't suggest this because this is her logo. So I would suggest using this as a main color for her logo, but just, for the sake of tutorial, this is what it looks like. All right, so that's pretty much it for my tutorial. All
Right.
right, so I hope that you guys learned something from this training. I would suggest if you guys can create one for your client, maybe some of you guys have clients that doesn't have a brand kit. I know Lyra, Nicolette doesn't have one, right? Or she does?
Yes, that's right. And this training is very, very timely because just yesterday she said that she needs to change or she's planning on changing her logo. So I think
Okay.
this training is perfect. So,
Awesome. That's good. So if you can create one for your client and then show me so I can look what you have come up with, that would be great. That will make me so happy.
yeah.
All right. So thank you so much,
Yeah.
everybody. I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this training.